This dog is going to fight monsters. It's very aggressive. From childhood to adulthood, he's never lost a fight. Last time, it's biting. Let the pit bull cry. It's very hot today. Looking towards the barking shed constantly. Master Stan realized this. Maybe there's someone in the warehouse. Stan, go over there and check it out. I just opened the door, and I was scared to pee in my pants. What is it? I can't see very well. It's like a humanoid monster. Stan decided to let his dog inside. Fight with it. The dog is very brave. But he never expected it. What's in it will end its life. The dog is let go running a circuit towards the warehouse. After the dog comes in, immediately transmitted to the sound of fighting. But not a few seconds later, the dog let out a miserable cry. Then there's no movement. Stan's scared, isn't he? My fighting dog is dead too. Now the door is open. The monster threw the dog's head out. Stan hurried into the house. You get a knife. You're afraid of the monster. That's running out. Your grandfather saw you holding a knife. He went to scold Stan for a fight. What the hell are you doing? Your grandfather is a retired soldier. After Stan's parents died, he took Stan home to raise him. But he's very hot-headed. All day long, he's yelling at Stan. It's not a gentle person. Hurry up and tell me. My dog was killed by a monster. Of course Stan's grandfather didn't believe it. During the day, where are the monsters? Stan was so persistent that the dog was actually dead. He whistled, and the dog didn't show up. Stan said, that monster is hiding in my warehouse. He took a tree and walked towards the warehouse. Out into the garden he saw the dog's head. He was so angry that he took Stan's word for it. He started yelling at what was in the warehouse. Get the people in there out. But there's still no movement inside. You want to go inside yourself. Stan tried to stop you, but I couldn't. He opened the door and didn't even look. Immediately jump inside while inside you know to subjective shit. In the warehouse delivered his anguished cry. Stan went to open the door. He was seriously injured and fell to the ground. Stan wants to pull you out. But the monster was pulling him all the way. Stan's not as strong as a monster. He was dragged back into the warehouse. Now Stan's head is bouncing really fast. I locked the door immediately. Fixed the door with an iron chain. See if Stan's grandfather wants out. I also have to die. Fresh blood flowing through the door slits. Stan hurried to close the door. Then open a can of beer and drink it. Stan wants to call the police. Suddenly I saw the bail sheet on the wall. Your grandfather bailed you out of jail. Let the police know you're dead. You have to go to re-education. I can't decide to call the police. So, Stan used wooden planks to reinforce the door of the warehouse, just in case the monster runs out. That night, Stan was walking towards the warehouse like a ghost. There was his scream inside. Said Stan killed you. You're here to claim Stan's life. I'm scared and shivering. It turns out this is just a dream. The next day Stan went to school. I met my friend Dane. He's being bullied by some thugs at school. Stan rushed to save you. You and the school thugs. Peer-to-peer power undivided high-low. Stand back home. I decided to go see the monster in the barn. He walked towards the wooden warehouse with a stick. The door is moving now. This means that the monster is still inside. Stan got a little nervous as he walked to the front door. He paused to drop tight close to the wooden wall. Listen to the silence inside. Suddenly I hit one. The monster's hands pierced through the wooden wall. He grabbed Stan's neck. Stan used all his strength to resist. He used both hands and both feet and started doing his best. Suddenly the monster's arm met the sun. Suddenly smoke. The monster threw Stan out of the ground and then quickly get into the warehouse. Stan also rushed back. Then I found a life. Afraid to die too. See, the weird thing in the warehouse is afraid of the sun. Stan's best friend Dave is here. Dave has just been scammed, strapping in school for a fight. So I'm angry in my heart. I'm here to call Stan to avenge me. Stan told Dave to calm down. Your story doesn't matter. Where I am is more important. In the wooden shed at my house. There's a man-eating monster. Both my grandfather and my dog were eaten by him. But Dame didn't believe. You said this age we're digging out monsters. Unless Dame saw it with her own eyes. Stan takes Dame closer to the bungalow. Suddenly the monster appeared. You two are scared. Stan used iron plates and pieces of wood. Quickly close the gap in the warehouse. Stammer also help you. Two people nailed large nails to small nails, a total of 749 nails. We finally reinforced the house. I can't believe the dammer is now happy to tell Stan this monster is cool. It's the treasure that God gave to the two of them. This time I was saved. Stan doesn't understand what Dame is talking about. Dame explained. We can use this monster. Dealing with thugs in school. Just trick them into getting in. Stan fell in love with this idea. Brother. I killed that person. Are you crazy? I don't want to go to jail. Stan warned Dame not to let you do that. Otherwise, there will be no friends. Dame reluctantly agreed. Stan felt this monster was quite like a vampire. So I've been looking for a lot of movies. Vampire related to see. Learn how to destroy it. 1 is to use the sun to shine on him. 2 is to stab a tree through the heart, and BA is to cut off the head. That night, Stan dreams that his favorite school friend, Sodium, turned into a vampire. Stan was threatened again. In the morning Stan decided to try it. Did yesterday's ways of learning work? Stan climbed to the roof of the warehouse. They're drilling holes in the roof. The sun's shining through it. The monster inside kept screaming. See if the sun really works. I finally know what the monster is afraid of. This time Stan got some wins. But suddenly the police came looking for him. She said a farmer went missing recently. This guy has a grudge against Stan's grandfather. So she came here to investigate. Stan looked at that farmer's picture. He's the monster inside the warehouse. Stan said your grandfather went out and wasn't home. The police said recently. The animals around this place, they're often attacked by some strange creature. There are animals that, after being captured, if you find anything out, you must notify the police. When the police officer left, she discovered Mr. Stan's stick being thrown on the ground. The police realized something was wrong. I took Stan to school myself. Stan has a criminal record. So the police are hoping Stan can turn himself in. Stan didn't say anything on the way to school. Stan goes to school. Ducky's girlfriend cares about the wound on his face. Now the school's thugs are in trouble. Humiliated you yesterday to forget his underwear. Stan immediately went mad and knocked down the thug, preparing to hurt him. He was stopped by the teacher. The police think there's a problem, so I went back to Stan's house. Very quickly she saw the locked warehouse. The warehouse door kept moving. There are weak calls for help inside. Just as the police officer was about to open the door, Stan ran back. I told the police there were monsters in the warehouse. Don't open the door. But the police think Stan is holding his grandfather captive. The police made Stan crawl to the ground. Or you'll shoot. The police officer wouldn't listen to Stan explain. One pointed a gun at Stan. Kia opened the wooden door behind. The monster was hungry for days. I've just seen food automatically rise to my mouth. Immediately jump up and grab a piece. The police officer fired but didn't hit it. She was dragged into the warehouse. The police are dead this time. At the same time, I am sad in my heart. Now the school's thugs are coming for revenge. They beat me in the middle of school. In front of how many people? Now let's see how I handle you. Now Stan doesn't have the mind to fight. He wouldn't listen to a monster. Stan was severely carpeted. Right at this moment the gunshot went off. He dreams of getting a police gun. Dame saw the school thugs here good too. God help me. School thugs see Dame the boy you dare to hold. Guns threaten me. Dame is determined to shoot the thugs saw that scared the hell out of him. He began to rush to admit his guilt. Said I won't bully Dame anymore. Dame forced the school thugs to go into the warehouse. The school thug can do whatever he wants. Just don't kill me. But, when the school thugs saw the police officer's arm, he was afraid to ask what was in that warehouse. He used a gun to force him into the warehouse. And soon after, his cry from the warehouse transmitted RA. Stan thinks Dammer's crazy. Then the two got into a fight and the Dammer knocked Stan out. When Stan woke up, he saw Ducky with him. The warehouse door was opened. Stan took a stick and went inside. I saw the school thug dead. But I didn't expect my best friend. Dame has become a vampire. Dammer told Stan I thought you could protect me. But when you're not there, I get bullied every day. Now I'm finally getting stronger. It turns out that the dream of volunteering to be bitten yourself by a vampire into a monster. Dame is so bloodthirsty right now. I walked towards Stan, but it wasn't cool. 3 seconds, Stan's going through your heart with a stick and pull you out. Sun for the scorching sun. Dame is like that. But the farmer turned into a vampire. That's gone. Stan explained everything to the taxi. You two start to strengthen the house. The monster is definitely nearby. The sun goes down the mountain at night. The monster started to act. Now there's a guy from the school to find his CA. Then he also became the focus of the monster. This monster is also smart. He broke through the roof and broke into the house. The monster starts attacking Rashi. Stan found his gun. Come here to check on you. You know what kind of gun Stan's holding? Then comment below. Stan the hero saved the beauty shooting but missed. This monster is fast. The two sides rushed to fight each other directly. Racing picked up the gun and shot the monster in the pet. But the monster is highly defensible. It's still not made. I want to use a knife with it. But it's gently avoided. The result of the knife plugged into the racer. They are not afraid of an opponent as strong as a tiger. They are just as stupid as cows. The monster attacked Stan. Racky aims the time. Take the axe and cut off the monster's head. The battle is over. Racy is the strongest. Stan was second. 2 people dragged the monster's body into the warehouse. Then light the house on fire. 2 people sleeping in the car one night. The next morning I was driving away. There's movement in the back of the car. Looks like the monster is back. This movie is the end. This movie is called The Haunted Warehouse. What kind of gun is your gun? You know, remember to leave the answer below the comment section. Thank you for watching all of our videos. Hello and see you later.